What's up, guys? Okay, we're going on a service call. It's a Goodman air handler I put in. It's hooked on a train condenser. I've got a video on this job. It's the one where I found the train compressor and thermal overload. I cool it off with a water hose, and then I run the leak detector in the train coil. And we ended up changing out the air handler instead of just a coil. Well, I put an R22 expansion valve on it. And she's complaining that when the unit shuts off, she hears a noise, and it's really loud. So I went a few days ago, and what it is that when the condenser shuts down, you know, the refrigerant is equalizing through the TXV. And that's the noise that she's hearing. So I told her that the only way we could get rid of it is to take out the TXV and put a piston. And she said, well, is it hurting anything? I said, no, it's not hurting anything at all. She said, okay, well then don't worry about it. So she called back yesterday and said that the noise is even worse, and I know why, because the temperature is going up. And when the condenser shuts down, you know, that valve is probably opening, and it's, you know, you can hear that pressure releasing in there. So what I'm going to do is, the Goodman valves are adjustable. I may try to open up the valve a little bit to see if I can, you know, let more refrigerant through and see if that'll solve the problem. If not, then we will pump the system down, take out the TXV, and install a piston. I should have put a piston in the first place. I honestly don't know why I put a TXV. I guess I didn't hate TXVs back then as much as I do now, so I'll probably just end up, I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to open up the TXV and see if that'll help. If not, I'm just gonna pump it down, take the TXV out, and put a piston. So hopefully we can get some film on it. All right, guys, we have the iConnect hooked up. Target subcooling is 10. We're at 13. It's going between 13 and 14. And you can see we got a really low superheat and a really cold suction line. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna close the valve a little bit to try to, well, see how it's bouncing, and try to raise up that superheat and bring the subcooling down closer to 10. There's the iConnect box on the lady's car to where it can catch signal from inside the house while we can look at this while we adjust, because the spoiling tool, the range is not good enough to do what we need to do. So we're going to go inside now and make some adjustments. All right, we have adjusted the valve. We have the subcooling at 12.913. Superheat's low. Tyler is going outside to recover a little bit of gas to see if we can bring this down to 10 and bring this up a little bit. That's more like what I want to see there, guys. 10 degrees of subcooling, 15 degrees of superheat. We had to remove some charge and adjust the valve just a little bit, and we are just about where we want to be. Okay, guys, this looks like it's going to do it. 11 degrees of subcooling. It's bouncing from 16 to 20 degrees of superheat, so I'm happy with that. You can see that the suction line is not as cold. It was like down to 40 degrees on the suction line earlier. We're at 65, which is normal. coil temperature looks good. I'm much happier with that than what we had earlier. Hey guys, I know this probably wasn't, you know, the best video, not a very long video, but I thought I'd video it. It was a pretty fun one for me. It was the first time that I actually got to use the iConnect, you know, by bringing the tablet inside to adjust the TXV, you know, to acquire the proper superheat and subcooling, which made it really nice, you know, instead of having to adjust and then go walk outside and then adjust and walk outside. It was really nice to have the tablet right there in front of me and to make adjustments and actually watch it, you know, watch the superheat and subcooling change. So that was very cool. Very, very cool. It is nice that I have Tyler, my nephew, with me as a helper, because we did have to remove just a little bit of charge, not much. Basically all he did was, I have Schrader core tools on both hoses on the iConnect, and he hooked up his hose with a ball valve to the high side and just let it go into the recovery cylinder without the machine, because there's enough pressure where it'll force it into that recovery cylinder. And so that's what he did. And then after removing just a little bit of charge, we made a couple adjustments to the TXV, and you've seen the results. It came out perfect. 10 degrees of subcooling, and I think we were at you know, bouncing between 16 to 20 degrees of superheat. System's performing well, and hopefully that'll cure the noise, you know, from it equalizing. So but anyway, it was a pretty cool little job for me to do, to be able to use the iConnect in that way. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we will see y'all on the next one.